Okay, so hello and welcome to the first episode of PupCast. I will be your host for this first episode here. My name is BC Canada, formerly known as Him with a Heart. I've played Tag Pro for probably a couple years. Um, haven't really had much success, kind of been shit at the game, but maybe it'll get better someday. You probably see me streaming some MLTP games. That's about it. My co-host is Fender. Fender, who are you?
Hello, I'm Fender. I do things around the sub and stuff.
You get
all I
shit
got.
done.
I get shit done.
And joining us today on this lovely evening is the one and only Ball Don't Lie. Ball don't lie. For those people out there who are so uninformed that they don't know who you are, who are you?
I am BALLDON'TLIE. Hello, everybody. I've been playing Tag Pro for a couple years now. Season 7 was my first competitive season, and I've played every season since then.
This guy's a monster.
Thanks, friend. Two
Yeah,
weekends ago.
that sounds right. Yeah. Well,
The snake was 2 weekends ago, I think.
yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it was. MLTP tryouts.
Classic. Okay, so the first team on our board here are the Liberty Caps, captained by CB13, with Fatal, Danisk, and Q42. I'm assuming is their starting roster. Don't know too much about these players. Do you guys have any experience with them?
Yeah, I mean, CB13 is one of the most hashtag mechanical players in the league. He's been really solid defender for the past couple seasons. He obviously has captained Liberty Caps, since last season. And Q42 is actually kind of like one of those up and coming defenders. He was on Balls on Parade last season as a minors and was a top defender. I think he had #1 in prevent and returns. So I definitely expect him to make the jump into majors and succeed.
Wait, what team was he on last season?
Balls on Parade?
Oh, I don't even remember him.
What the?
Yeah. This team is weird to me. I don't really. It's hard to pin down the starting four.
Oh wait, Fatal's on defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have probably about 6 majors players that could play majors. It's like CB, Fatal, Danisk, Q, Sleepy even, and Mufro. And I'm really struggling to see who would start. Because I want to see Q play. I hope he does. And I feel like Mufro will start as well.
It's certainly possible. I mean, just based off of scrimming them the past couple weeks or so, they definitely, at least from my vantage point, aren't 100% sure about what their starting lineup is yet. I could be wrong about that. Maybe they know and they're just keeping it close to the vest. But we've seen a lot of different rotations. We've seen CB on O, we've seen him on D. I think they're just kind of like feeling each other out and trying to figure out what lineup works best for them right now.
How have you felt with Fatal? I don't know if you've played against Fatal in defense.
Yeah, I've played against him a couple times, and then just tonight, actually, we had a couple of scrims. He was solid. I mean, he's definitely right now at a point where he's definitely like an offensive player playing D. But I think as the season progresses, he'll only improve as long as he's active and everything, which I don't think will be a problem.
True.
Yeah, I guess he's always been a pretty decent two-way player whenever he's had to play D in games.
Mhm.
So I mean, like, I could see him making the transition fairly easily. But yeah, I'm really confused where CB will play on O or D. So
Yeah, but he's a really good two-way player too. We
yeah,
saw last season he did the same thing where he kind of like tinkered with his lineups until he found something that he liked.
right.
And Liberty Caps like struggled early on, but when CB made the switch to offense and allowed, I believe, was it CBivy and Break on defense? Kind of like they hit their stride and won like a couple games in a row until they fell apart like right at the end, like they had lost a couple of games that kept them out of the playoffs.
So with this team's minors lineup, then we're gonna see Sleepy probably on minors. Do we think here?
It's possible, but he's been one of those players that's been rotating in on majors too.
Yeah, he's probably borderline. Like, it's really no matter who to get like pushed out to minors, it's gonna be kind of a shame. So
it's gonna make honestly their minors team better for it though. Like whoever doesn't start.
Definitely, yeah, their minors team should be pretty good no matter who plays there. Cause I know, cause Vansbach, is that how you spell his name? I don't know, but
Svanbach.
Vansbach, yeah, he was solid. He took last season off, right? I believe so.
I'm not sure.
Is that his original name?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he was on Boostin or something, season 10.
Yes.
But yeah, he was solid, and I mean, he went first overall, right, in the Snake. So I mean,
yep.
I guess there's hype around him again. So I mean, I could see like if it was him and I mean, I don't know.
Sleepy.
Yeah, Sleepy or Fatal if he gets pushed down. CB if he goes to minors. Anyone really?
Yeah, I mean, he had the last time he played in season 10, he had a 9.49 D gasp. So in minors, but he was obviously one of the better defenders.
Yeah. I'm excited to see him play again. And Balloon is another one because he played majors season, I don't know, 9, 10.
A couple seasons, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, excited to see how he does again when he comes back.
Is he going to be playing offense or defense?
He was a defense player, right?
He was a defender, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, this whole team's pretty fluid. Well, at least signups say, so maybe they'll be flexible.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of them are two-way players, so...
So
could see anything happen.
Yeah. Excited to see Shaba make the jump. He's been wrecking it in LTP the past few seasons. So him and minor should be pretty exciting. Whoever he's by as well. Like whoever gets pushed out. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean overall, I mean it's a pretty like fluid team with a lot of flexibility within its lineups in both majors and minors really. But and it should be strong, at least in the minors. Majors is always a toss-up with, so
someone might just start popping off though when the season starts, and then their majors team might get a lot better.
Yeah, I mean it's worth mentioning the elephant in the room. It's not like we're gonna beat around the bush. This is definitely one of the more questionable drafts of any team. But that being said, it's totally possible they get their shit together and can win some games. They might not make the playoffs. They might. It's just up in the air right now.
Yeah.
But because I think there's a lot of interesting teams in the East that might be good on paper and then don't pan out.
Right.
And vice versa. So we could see them try and sneak in. Like I could see them trying to sneak in as the 4 spot. I personally think they'll probably hit 5th or 4th is pretty much where I have them pegged. But yeah, I mean it'll be interesting to see if they can mesh as a team.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of interesting teams, we have Meme Team up next. Sorry.
Wait, are you gonna follow up?
I got a little bit lost there on my spreadsheet. With LeBron, the season 10 phenomenon, whatever how you say that word, the crazy capper guy, season 10, picks up OK Then for 79 tag coins, blows his load all over OK Then. Pretty much is what I took from that.
Yeah, at the time, people were, I wouldn't say surprised, but him going for 79 was definitely like an eye raiser. Like, it was a bit surprising just because of the price. We hadn't really seen players go for that high in previous drafts, but once Halsey and myself were drafted, it kind of was viewed as like not that bad of a pick. Obviously, OK Then's a great player, and he went cheaper than both Halsey and I, so.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm excited to see how this team does, because, I mean, it's a lot of good players on one team, and, like, I'm high back on Diaz, so that'll be interesting to see, but he's obviously gone for several weeks, but, I'm interested to see how LeBron does without grief on, D holding down the flag and base and everything, because, I mean, I think that was the biggest part of his success with the 102 caps, so...
Yeah, I do want to mention that you mentioned I'm High is going to be out for the first couple weeks because those restrictions or whatever. He's going to be on vacation, or in Europe. I don't remember exactly what it was, but yeah, Cynical and YS1 are on defense, and if you look at those players, like, this is one of the most dynamic teams in MLTP this season. Like, it's kind of like Boats and Holds last season, where a lot of people are thinking that they'll either blow up and be terrible and not give a shit about anything, or they'll be the best team in the league. You obviously have LeBron and OK Then, which is a really good offensive pair, probably the best or second best, depending on how you look at it. And then Cynical, who was on Holy Rollers with Abe Lincoln season 10, and they were the best defense or second best defense if you're going to put them behind Meme Team. So, I mean, they're both really good mechanically, defensively, and you have two really great offenders. So it's definitely a team that's should be ranked at the top with potential to explode, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, you also have, like looking at the two-way players, again, like I'm High and Young Sinatra, they both can carry a flag, like, really well when needed. And, like, OK Then with his OD. So, I mean, like, but, like, I think they'll be, I think they will do well. But, I mean, yeah, I guess there is always that chance of them falling apart.
And before OK Then gets banned first week.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you have a lot of egos on that team.
A lot of strong personalities.
So sometimes those can clash, but I mean, if they can figure it out, it's definitely one of the most dynamic teams for sure.
Now, is Cynical gonna KD whore again this season?
I would bet on it.
He's an interesting player, because if he feels that he's on a good team, which in this case he is, and his partner doesn't do things to mess with him, I think he'll try. He'll definitely try. So if YS1 decides to mess with him, like boosting him into spikes or something, then you might see some KD sin. It just really depends on what the team's doing and what the situation is at the time. You're taking the risk. You're taking that risk when you draft Cynical, but there's no doubting that he's, one of the better defenders in the league when he's actually trying and on his game.
Even when he's not trying, his just like when he sits on the boost, he hits them like almost every time.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I can't really see anything but success for their majors team, but and even their minors team seems pretty solid. Yeah. I mean, you got like Sunpaul, Deadman, Winker, Big Swingin', and I'm really excited to see Costanza in minors. He was fantastic in NLTP last season, and a triple block surely. So
That was
And
an
then-
insane play.
Nah, man, I can't get over it. But and then you got and then you also got like Project coming off a Mooper Ball win.
Yeah, he
And,
played well too.
No, yeah, I mean, I think that's a really solid minors team as well, and plenty of backups if some majors players aren't working out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, moving on to the next team. 1 second, let me get this up here. The Orlando Roller Bears, who don't have a logo.
Not yet.
Come on, Toasty, what you
no.
doing?
Are those their official jerseys?
Yeah,
Those are pretty dope.
yeah, I like those, but they don't have a logo yet. I can see some things they can do with the Orlando Solar Bears logo. So I'm hoping they have some fun with that. But anyway, on to the team.
Anyway, they got Aardvark for 38.
Yeah, they did get Aardvark. Yeah.
That's pretty damn good.
I actually I want to give credit to Toasty because I thought immediately after the draft that both in terms of spending and talent that he had one of the better overall drafts. Like, just it's really balanced. You know, you have Toasty obviously coming off of that Super Bowl win, pairing himself with Frange, who has been a successful player in the past, and then you get Aardvark and Aaron K. Some really good defenders, some really solid defenders. Aardvark obviously was in the Super Bowl last season. And then Aaron K made it to the Foci 4 with Degrees of Freedom. So I really like this team. They're probably going to be one of my favorites to watch this season. I hope I get to stream a couple of their games because I think they'll be really solid.
No, I agree, definitely. I thought this was, as you said, balanced team. I'm excited to see Frange. I'm really surprised he went for so low for only 5 TC. Like, I think that's a bargain for him. And I think, I think Toasty and Frange will be a fantastic O pairing.
Mm-hmm. It'll be interesting to see like how good Frange is. I know he's been on vacation for a couple of weeks now, and I think he's getting back, but I don't know how much he's played. I know Megatron's kind of stepped in, and he could definitely play majors with Toasty if need be. But yeah, I'm interested to see how Frange does this season. See if he can get back into form.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, I could see Megatron stepping in as well. I mean, I think he's a great fifth ball for them.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, signed up as both. I'm sure he could step in for D decently.
Sure.
But I guess they also have Break, who would probably step in first. But
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think their defense, Aardvark and Aaron K, I think that's a solid, very solid defense.
Yeah, Aaron K is one of the better mechanical defenders in my opinion.
Yeah, I really liked watching him last season with Turbo, even though, I mean, the team didn't really work out. I guess they did pretty well, but I mean, you know, not as good as they're hyped up to be, I guess. But I'm excited to see how he plays on this team as well.
For sure.
Yeah, with Megatron and Break kind of leading the minors team, they got Jubs like 5 picks from the end. Seems kind of high for Jubs. But I don't know.
5 picks from the end?
I mean,
It's like second round.
Oh.
Yeah, like second round snake.
I don't know. I think Jubs is really good, and his hand or wrist will likely get better before the season's over. I mean, I'm just guessing. I don't actually know that, but even on his left hand, he's still pretty good, especially at prevent. Prevent's always been his best attribute as a defender, in my opinion. But he's also really good at getting returns. So if he can heal, there's no reason why that shouldn't be one of the better defenses in minors if him and Break play.
Yeah, I agree. I really like that pairing as well. Jubs and Break, I think they're both good. I mean, Break obviously has the majors experience, and I mean, he's always been he's been a fringe, I guess. But I think he'll do fine next to Jubs. And so I guess on offense, you either have whoever steps down, either Frange or Megatron, playing next to Luke Camus. which I love his name, Jukmu.
Yeah, there's some people, I can't remember if it was Doddsfall or someone brought it up that people are kind of sleeping on Luke Mu on O, and I mean I've seen him play. He's definitely solid. I don't know what it'll be like in actual games, but I'm excited because Luke Mu's a good guy. He's a good player. Back in the day, and then kind of fell off recently, but I'm rooting for him to be really good this season.
Yeah, I really like Luke. He's cool. I'm excited to see how he does on O. But and you got Rexer, who was pretty hyped last season, right? I don't know how much playing time he got, but he was on Luke Moo's team, right?
Yeah, he was. He didn't play that much though, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
He only played like half the minutes, if that.
Yeah.
But when he was in, I think he did solid. I mean, I'm not sure. I haven't watched all of his games, but I've never heard a bad thing about him. Put it that way.
Yeah. And STDs, he was on my MLTP last season. Well, I guess I was traded, but no, still group me, so I found him. But yeah, he's solid. I like STDs. I think he'll be a solid rotation player for them.
Sure.
Aunt Jemima, I was kind of surprised.
I'm excited for that pick. I love playing with Aunt Jemima.
Yeah, this is another player that people are kind of like hyping up a little bit. That they're coming from MLTP. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah. B team.
Yep.
Yeah.
Team.
So this is somebody that could be worth keeping an eye on. If he's able to crack the lineup, then could make some noise.
Yeah. So.
If anything, it'll give him a season to get in on some scrims that are higher level than B team scrims.
Sure.
See where he can go from there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well.
Okay. Next up here, we have Boostin Dynamo, captained by the Intercest. He spent majority of his tag coins on CBivy and the rest on RB Bear, and kept like all of them.
Well, he spent 10 on Young Sinatra, but he was traded.
Right.
So CBivy is always on this team, isn't he?
Well, he wasn't last season, but other than that, they've always been on Boostin together, I believe.
Yeah, that's accurate. And I mean, I think for good reason. Intercess likes CBivy, they're friends, but also CBivy's really solid defender. And what I really like about this team, I could not believe that RB Bear went for 14 tag coins. It makes sense, I guess, from the standpoint that he has a reputation of like trolling in scrims and not trying. And then after the whole boats and holds things last season, I can understand why some captains would be wary of drafting him. But at the end of the day, this is a guy that, has won a Super Bowl and has been a top defender when he's trying, like, no matter what. And in scrims, we played Boostin Dynamo early on in scrims. I thought they were a really good pair together, Bivy and RB. They kind of like read off of each other pretty well.
No, I agree. I really am surprised RB went for so low. Even if he I think it's worth the risk. Even if he does end up not trying or whatever. He's been solid these past even 5 seasons. So.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like you said, Super Bowl win. He was great on like ball teasers and everything. But
put it this way, the lowest gasp that he's ever had with like the majority of the minutes was last season, and he still had an 8.4 D gasp.
Yeah.
Everything else has been like 9.5 or above. So
I don't really. I'm really shocked that he went for that low. So I think it's going to be really good for Boostin and their defense.
Yeah, and I think people are kind of sleeping on this team a little bit. I really like Intercest a lot. Obviously, D-Star is obviously the one that has to prove the most to prove on this team. But that being said, he's playing with Intercest, and Intercest has proven before that he can carry an offense. So I'm a little bit surprised that people are not higher on this team, but we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I do like this team. It's interesting to see how Intercest can continue on like JJ and how he did. So see if he can like grow out of his shell or something, but or out of his shadow. But
Live up to the
Interesting.
legacy that once was.
yeah, and then their minors team. They just traded for Prism and Dusk, and they I don't know. Does Prism play O or D? He used to play.
He can do both. I don't think
Yeah.
he's ever been like one or the other
Okay.
set like as a only position type thing.
Kind of play where needed, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever the team needs is what
Yeah.
he usually does.
That's probably good. I like the Aaron pick. He's also coming off a Merballs win. So
Yeah, and he performed really well.
yeah, I'm excited for him.
I'm a huge Kucherbar fan.
I
Me
love
too.
Kucherbar.
I like Kutra as well.
I streamed his finals in the Neutral Flag League, and I've never paid attention to him play before that, but he was like phenomenal in those.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, he's he's
super good player.
And I don't know what's his ping like here. Probably around 100, I guess.
Yeah, it's like 100 to 120, but it doesn't seem to bother him that much. Like
yeah,
he's always done really well in minors.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that. Yeah, Antiri, he was on Boostin last season. I don't know how good he did, to be honest. But,
He was pretty solid from what I remember streaming him, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he's like a decent rotation pick or something. Like, well, I guess he might be starting. I'm not really sure though.
Yeah, he played looks like 150 minutes last season. Had 20 caps, 8.06 OGASP.
That's not bad.
So rotated and then did pretty decently in those minutes.
Yeah. I like Nox. He's good.
Yeah, Nox.
Never heard of Nox.
Yeah.
He was on my team season 10, I believe, on Capper's Delight, and he disappeared like right before the season or after like a week or two. And he would have gotten a lot more minutes if he had stuck around, but he kind of disappeared and kind of, I think, quit Tag Pro for a little while. But now he's back, and I'm excited to see him because he's pretty solid.
Yeah. And, I wouldn't be surprised if he jumped right into that starting minor spot even. So
it's definitely possible, depending on what Prism does.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Prism playing O with Aaron with like.
And then Kucherbar Nox.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I like Jorge. Kind of a confusing pick. I'm not really sure because she didn't play.
There's a thing. There's a big drama controversy type of thing last season with her and I think JJ.
Yeah.
But I'm glad to see Intercess draft her because she's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, I like playing with her.
Yeah,
I played in a few tournaments with her. And she plays pretty well.
Yeah, she got onto my MLTP team when she dropped, and I don't really think she played. She maybe played one. She played like 40 minutes maybe, but something happened, and I guess she ended up quitting right after that. But yeah, she can be a very solid backup when called upon. So I mean, I think this whole team seems like they have more defenders than offenders, but maybe just one. I don't know, but should be should be solid. Should be.
Dusk, do you have minors experience there? I'm not too familiar with the name.
I think he was
yeah, he played minors season 10. I think was the only season that he played, if I recall correctly.
Was he on Boostin as well?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, I figured he was.
And then I think, if I recall correctly, he played most of the minutes and did solid, but other than that, I couldn't really tell you.
Okay. Let's see here. Decrees of Freedom. The most, like, the weirdest logo. What even is that?
But I've heard like good things and bad things about this team. Like I've heard some people saying they're gonna do awful, and some people say they're gonna do really, really well. And I don't really know yet. It's I'm thinking, I mean, probably best or second best Eastern defender with probably top 3 Eastern offender and Halsey. And then Ty. I like Ty. I think he's a solid second offender. I guess it's always that fourth spot that's putting people off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is gonna be kind of one of those teams that's either super successful or kind of in the lower tier. Simply because I don't think that the draft went exactly how Ball wanted it to. I haven't talked to him really about it, but this is just what I'm saying or guessing. I think he wanted, a top tier offender, and he got that in Halsey. Halsey's amazing, one of the best offenders season to season without question. Getting him for 80 was probably a bit surprising considering anytime Halsey's been drafted, he's gone for like no more than like 47, 48.
Yeah.
So this is the first season he's gone for like an actual this is the first time he's gone for something that he's actually probably worth.
Yeah.
And then you get Ty with the remaining tag coins. Obviously he's always a really solid second offender. The problem though is I've played with Halsey in the past and he expects, perfection. He's like a perfectionist. It was good for me because I'm kind of the same way. I want to do things correctly, but it kind of turns a lot of people off, and that's why he kind of has the, I guess, the image of being toxic or whatever you want to say. So it'll be interesting to see if they can coexist. I'm sure they'll figure it out, but the big question marks on this team, like you kind of mentioned, is that 4th spot with Zen Whisper. A lot of people were surprised that Ball decided to go with Zen as his partner, but I think originally the plan was probably for him to get Q42. I don't know if he thought that he wouldn't be able to get him because he was going to go for too high, which he ended up, obviously doing. But I think if this was his backup defender to draft, then I can't see why it wouldn't eventually work. This might be a team that kind of starts off slow and then picks up stride later on, kind of like how All Caps did season 9. But we'll just have to see. Like right now, I know there's been a lot of tension, like from scrims and stuff within that team, so they'll have a lot of work to do, in majors wise. But this is one of the more interesting teams to watch this season because it could go either way.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's interesting how they'll do. I mean, I expect good things from Ball and Halsey, and even Ty. I think if he does kick it off with Halsey, I think he'll do great things, like he did with Ball God season 10 on Chase Jam.
Sure.
I think he had his best season then, like 40-something caps, 46 caps or so. But I could see like something like that happening again. But it is a question of if they can keep the flag and base and that defense locked down.
Yeah, for sure.
So for their minors team here, Catalyst, PK, Eldon.
Easy.
Easy.
I like VZ.
This is
Easy.
this is one of my favorite minors teams in MLTP this season. I'm really looking forward to watching these games because you have PK and Eldon who were on Merballs last season, so I watched and streamed all their games. And I love watching Eldon play. She's a dog. It's unreal. And then VZ has been an all cap like mainstay. I think he was with All Caps 2 or 3 seasons. So he's one of my favorite minors offenders to watch too. So I'm always rooting for those guys. And then the fact that the 3 of them are going to be starting, I think is a really solid lineup. And then you add in Catalyst, who's solid himself. Should be a pretty good team.
Yeah, and there was, at least I know, Luke was really hyping up Duke of Yore.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, is he? Yeah, I don't think I've seen too much of him, but yeah, I'm hoping for good things for him too. And
Where did he play previously?
He was on Balls on Parade, I believe, last season.
I thought he was on. Was he? Oh, I thought he was on like Luke Moo's team because he was really into him. But
no, he was on Balls on Parade last season. He didn't play very many minutes. But,
I didn't think he did. Yeah.
Yeah, but when he did, let's see, I'm gonna look it up right now. Okay, so he got 11 caps in 80 minutes, with a 7.5 Oh, gasp.
Yeah.
So not too bad.
Yeah, it's like showing promise, but
Yeah.
I'm sure he does good things in like scrims and practices and everything.
Yeah,
So.
Sidewalk was raving about him last season, so.
Yeah. So that'd be fun to see how he fits into the team. And then Ballstar slips in to his like a millionth season in MLTP. It's been forever. So he's always been consistent. Kind of sad he finally dropped down to minors last season, or season 10 even, meme team. But
yeah,
glad he's still around.
I am too. He's definitely a mainstay of MLTP in general.
Yeah. I mean, I think he plays both positions really well as well. So he'll play.
He was, if I'm not mistaken, he either won or was in contention for best well-rounded player for like 4 of the seasons that he's played or something.
No, I don't doubt that at all. Like no matter where I've seen, he seems to play really well. Yeah, I mean I don't.
It's a pretty deep minors team. So
no, yeah.
There could be a lot of different rotations and minutes being played.
Yeah, I agree. I can see this doing really well. Probably
Sure.
top 1 or 2 in the East, I'd imagine. But yeah, we'll see.
Okay, we got ThunderCaps next up. Their debut in Major League Tag Pro. Who is their captain again?
Space Tiger.
Space Tiger, right? Of course it is. And he picked Abe Lincoln for his preliminary pick. Partnered up with Cosine. What do you guys think about this team?
Fender, you want to start or?
Yeah, I can. So they originally had Stan, and I'm a big fan of Stan. I like watching Stan. I think he did well last season. I'm surprised he went for solo this season, but I guess they'd finally decided on Cosine instead of him. So I've personally never really seen Cosine because I know he's only played like 1 season, and that was like ELTP. He was back in Europe. But apparently he's really good, and there's a lot of hype, and all the Euros are hyping him up and everything. So, I mean, I guess we gotta trust their judgment, and I mean, he's next to Abe, so I think he'll do well, really, no matter what. I can't really see him doing that poorly. And then on O, we got Swerve and Pro Tag, and I think Swerve is. He went for pretty cheap from what I was expecting him to go for, but I mean, I think he's really consistent.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, he gets like at least 30, 35 caps a season.
That's accurate.
So, I mean, I think he'll really do well. I think he'll do as well as he can, especially if the defense is solid. I can see him doing really well. And then Pro Tag, I mean, obviously, no Mike puts him at a disadvantage, but he's next to experienced Swerve and Abe on D. So I mean, they were not partners, but teammates in season 10 when they went to the Super Bowl. So I mean, I could see that kicking off again, and I could see them doing well. I think I had them like number 2 or 3 in my power rankings. So.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a fair spot. Obviously with Abe coming back after a season off, it'll be something to watch if he can get back to form. Based off of scrims, he looks fine. To me, looks about the same as he did. Maybe a little bit rusty, but nothing he can't shake off before game week. And then obviously Swerve and Pro Tag should be a fine offense. Pro Tag's obviously taking a season off as well. Last season was with Abe on that Holy Roller team, as you mentioned. He'll do fine. Swerve will be consistent as always. Again, it's one of those teams where it kind of comes down to the 4th spot, which is Cosine. But I can say after scrimming them that when he's not lagging, he's pretty good. So I expect big things from this team. I think they'll definitely make some noise in the East. They should have a playoff spot pretty much secured when it's all said and done, and then it's up to them to like take it any further.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely. I like their minors team as well. I think it's really. I just like the players on it. I mean, you got Fly, who I believe is playing O. I'm not too sure on that, but
It's possible.
yeah, I don't know. And Poppy, he was on your team.
Oh, I love Poppy to
Yeah.
death.
Yeah, he did.
He's an absolute monster.
Yeah, he was
When
awesome
he's
last
actually
season.
playing consistently, he's got like the mechanics for a majors level. Maybe not the decision making so much, but that I think comes with playing a lot, and that's something that he doesn't really do just because he's busy with real life stuff, I think, in college, and I think he plays on a soccer team if I'm not mistaken. But he's an awesome guy. First and foremost, he's a great guy to have on your team just to like have around to make you guys laugh. Like he's awesome for team chemistry. But also the mechanics are definitely there at a majors level, so he can make people look silly at any time.
Nah, yeah. I liked watching him last season on Merballs and everything, and I think he'll do well again. And then you got Alchemist and Corky. I'm excited for both of them.
Yeah, I agree.
definitely.
I'm kind of smiling right now because
Yeah.
I'm happy to see Corky back in MLTP. It's been too long, friend.
Yeah.
And then I saw Alchemist the other day in a scrim, and he was locking shit down. So I was
Yeah.
really impressed with that. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to see how they do.
I think that will be like a really, really solid deep partnership between them two, because I think that's a lot of hype as well. So I'm really excited for that. And then yeah, Mystical. I was actually kind of confused with this pick, but he did well in last season NLTP on a Blockwork Orange next to a Big Bad and everything. And but I was surprised he got caught up to minors. He was one I didn't really expect to get caught up.
I wouldn't be surprised if ProTag had a say in drafting Mystical, just because they're both kind of like ranked pug fiends. They're always playing ranked pugs, so it doesn't surprise me at all to see them on the same team.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah.
And then the Bob. You have to mention the Bob.
The Bob.
What a guy.
I disagree with the Bobby team. But I think he's a lot more solid than people give him credit for. Cause I think a lot of people like don't think he's that great, but I think he's actually really solid, especially for like in a rotation.
In a rotational role, yeah, I agree.
I think he'll be extremely solid.
I mean, when you put him next to Tag Prof, anybody's better than Tag Prof.
I love Tag Prof. I'm glad to see him get called up. So I'm excited to see how he'll do, especially next to someone like Poppy, or if Fly plays or Mystical, whoever he plays next to. I think he'll do well. He played D last season on ICP, and they made the semifinals. So, but I think I know he says he's better on O. So. And I don't doubt him. I think. I think
from playing with him, I think he's better on O than defense.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see how he'll do in minors, especially on this team. I mean, I think it has a lot of potential to do really, really well on majors and minors, really. So I'm excited.
For sure.
Okay, now we have the one and only all caps. Our buddy here.
We're back, baby! God, I love this team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad you.
I should say franchise.
I'm so glad. So glad you got rid of the stupid buzzing scoring epidemics.
That was never gonna be the
that name was so bad.
I was mad, but I'm glad. So I'm happy to see this team back. And,
so, what does it feel like going for 86 tag coins?
That's where we're gonna start, I guess.
You
Makes
got
sense.
expectations now.
I mean, I don't have a problem with expectations. The one thing I'll say is that going for 86 tag coins was not something that I thought was going to happen.
I
understand why it did. Abe was looking for a top offender, and obviously with Okay Then and Halsey already off the board, that kind of left me out to dry. So, I mean, it made sense why they bid me up to that point. I'm sure if they would have taken me, but I don't think Milk was really willing to let me go. We hadn't really talked, like, people, I can't remember who it was, maybe CB13, said I was trying to manip or something, but that's not really the case. We didn't really talk that much before the draft.
That's what all the
So I was
nippers say.
surprised. I was surprised to see myself go that high. But once I did, I mean, I immediately went to like work trying to find some good quality like defenders that we could get for cheap, and I think we got that.
Oh, I'm so freaking. I'm side for 5. That's ridiculous. I can't.
Yeah, that
I
doesn't
can't
seem
get,
fair.
I can't get over that. I think people are really, really sleeping on that. Like that's insane. But how's this ping to like Sphere?
So his ping's not like great to Sphere, but he does
I'm sure
like on game day he plays at work where he gets fine ping pretty much everywhere. Besides like Sentra. But
yeah.
so it shouldn't play that much of a factor.
Okay, because that was like the only thing that worried me about the team. But I mean, I'm sure he'll do fine regardless. Super excited to see the Milky and BALLDON'TLIE offensive pairing again.
Yeah,
I think that's the best in the West.
that was like the most hype watching last season for me.
yeah.
I had the most fun watching you guys.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
But I think we'll do just as well, if not better, this season. You got solid defense for 12 tag coins, Side and Ishii. I think Ishii can do well. I think he's done well.
He's the wild card for sure.
Yeah. Personality and ego and all that, but I'm sure you guys will figure that out. And if not, you got a Dink Sniper as backup.
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see him play in majors or minors, whatever he plays. But I think that's a solid pick, really for anything. So I like this majors team a lot. I think it'll do really well.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a solid team. Like, I'm not gonna talk very much about our team because I'm on it, but I think we'll be good. We'll be solid contenders for a playoff spot, and then from there it's kind of up to us what we can do. So pretty much that's it.
Yeah, definitely. Miners team defense should be solid with not even Max and Dank Sniper or Ishii, whoever. So I think that'll be a solid D. Max is coming off a Booper Ball win, the Rising Star. But so I think that'll be solid. Yeah. Does Freak have a mic?
He does.
He does. Okay. I'm not sure how. Is he good at communicating? Because I mean, I don't know.
So traditionally, no. But in the scrims that they've done recently, he's been fine communicating, pretty much covering for Warriors and stuff.
Yeah, because I think that was the biggest issue among a lot of people is the Warriors and Freak. Yeah. Is the lack of communication and everything. So maybe I think if that's figured out, I think they'll do really well. Big fan of the Evan W4 pick.
Same.
Yeah. Love Evan. I think he did amazing in the Nooper Ball. Super excited for that. I put Water Wheel on here, but he was dropped. Whoops.
Yeah. Get water wheeled.
Yeah. Seriously.
That was pretty disappointing.
Yeah.
That he couldn't play Mondays or whatever, but I love the guy. Hope he does well in NLTP.
Yeah, I think he'll nail down the spot in NLTP. So, and the WMW So pick. That's a head scratcher. Kind of. I don't know. I like So, but he makes fun of me, so he sucks.
Wait, he makes fun of you?
Well, yeah, we're friends.
Okay. I was gonna say I've never seen this man say something toxic in my life. We
were on ALTP together, team, and we played offense together, and I surely carried him, but he'll say otherwise, other things, whatever. So, but yeah, so I still am surprised he was drafted to minors. Especially, I mean, he didn't play at all last season because of the whole Smurfing incident. But,
yeah, it was kind of at the point in the draft where we were looking for, an offensive backup in case Warriors or Freak couldn't make a game or something.
Right.
And then a couple different people mentioned WMW, so when we picked them up, I had personally not heard of him, but in scrims that he's played, he's kind of been a little bit spotty in his attendance so far, but I'm sure that's just, whatever real life stuff.
Yeah.
But when he's actually played, he's been really solid. He's got some good moves. The one thing that he probably needs to work on the most would be communication.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. He's always been pretty slick for an offender, so even back in ALTP. So
yeah, I'm pretty excited overall for this minors team.
yeah, me too.
I like the overall scheme of it, like having Dank Sniper, and not even Mex or Evan W for whatever. Whoever we put there, I think, can perform well, and then Warriors and Freaks seem to be doing well together in scrims. No complaints so far. So
yeah. So I just realized that Ishii and Freak were on the same team. Not sure why I didn't know that. But, that should be fun.
Been some headbutting already.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a good team. I expect. I think that was a really well run draft. Yeah, so I'm excited to see how that does. All right, moving on.
We got Boats and Holds who couldn't find a logo for him, but
404.
That's all I got. But
I think Pagoon custom made a logo.
Yeah,
He's seen one of their games. It was actually pretty good.
I couldn't find it, so
sadly.
I put that. So oh well. Yeah. So, but this team, I'm kind of confused because it's a good group of players. Individually, they're all really good, really talented. Mr. Hat and who will probably be BDL, I imagine, on offense together. And I mean, both have proven to be really, really good offenders in MLTP before. Biggest question mark for me is Crippy, with either attendance and his ping to Origin.
Mm-hmm.
So I am sure Mr. Hat was surprised he got him for that low. I think it was just expecting center teams to go in for him.
Yeah, based off of his reaction in the draft, you could definitely tell that he was surprised he got him for 40. I'm not even sure if he wanted him at all.
Yeah, that's. So I'm kind of confused and surprised how that will go. But I mean, if he can play and his ping is solid, then I think Crippy and Stan will be a great defense.
Sure.
I mean, the whole team is talented. I mean, I can't really see them not doing well if ping and personalities don't clash. So I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up though for me. So
no, I mean, I pretty much agree. I think this is a team very similar to both Boats and Holds last season and Meme Team this season.
Right.
You have a lot of egos and personalities on the team. Stan's mostly laid back. BDL and Crippy obviously had played together in the past. Mr. Hat's a more than capable offender, one of the better ones in the league. They have the talent. There's no question that they have the talent to succeed this season. It'll just be whether the motivation is there, I think.
Right.
But if they can get together and actually play, then there's no reason why they shouldn't be successful.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm still surprised Stan went for so low, 14 for him. I mean, I understand why he went for low last season because of season 10, Pup and Suds, whatever. But I think he did just fine last season. I was expecting him to go for more.
It's kind of funny because generally when that kind of thing happens, when a defender that had good stats last season or a previous season goes for low, is usually because people think the other defender was carrying the other. And in this situation, you had Stan go for 14 tag coins and then Trippy drop all the way down into the snake. For a defense that was actually pretty solid last season, it was very surprising to see both of them go so low, and Trippy not even be in majors. So I don't know. It's weird. I know people think Stan's fallen off since his glory days in season 6 and 7 and whatnot. But he's still, he's got the awareness and the skill level, so it's not like he's a bad player.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That's good, but I don't know. So and then they got Have Mad as their 5th ball. He's playing D, which I'm not really sure how he is on D.
I haven't seen him on D really.
Yeah.
But you got a couple good, solid, interesting picks here because you've got Have Mad, like you mentioned, and then you've got Thad Castle, who, I mean, could potentially step up into majors
Yeah.
if needed,
Yeah,
both on
could.
O and D.
Yeah. He did
And
well
then you
on
have
his.
Trippy, who we were just talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
So, if Mr. Hat wants to, he can definitely tinker with the lineup if need be, and still probably have success both majors and minors.
Yeah, I agree. I think Thad did well in his time that he played before, getting banned and all that. So, but so I think if he steps up, he'll be solid. But yeah, so they do have some flexibility in their lineup, definitely. Then you got Quibble. I like Quibble. She's solid. Really good. Who was she on in season 10 minors? Ball Teasers or Mean Team or something?
No, it wasn't one of those. I think it was Sidewalk's team.
Oh, that makes sense.
Probots.
Probots, yeah.
Probots.
That makes sense. Yeah, she was solid that season. She had a really good degasp and all that. So
Yeah, she's always a really solid minors defender. She usually puts up great numbers.
Yeah. So I think she'll do well. Whoever she ends up playing by, Trippy or Have Mad or whoever. You got Tantru. I mean, a lot of things can be said about him, but I think I think he's good. I think a lot of people rag on him, but I mean, I think he's always been a pretty solid offender, mostly like support offender or second offender. But I mean, if he's by a really good offender, like in this case, if he's by Thad, I think he'll be really good. I mean, he's been to 3 consecutive Merballs. I mean, you can't really blame him for that. So
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, he didn't really pan out in minors last season, so we'll see how this season goes, I guess, for him. Dodge falling this low really surprised me. I expected him really to go minors again, but I didn't expect him to go like second to last pick or second to last pick on the team. So I didn't think it was that bad. I know he was on like Luke Moo's team filling in for him, but that's I don't know. I was surprised at that.
Seems like a really good pick for the second to last pick of the snake.
No, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Kind of like how you mentioned he stepped into a role for Luke Moo when Luke Moo dropped down to minors last season and then performed well. Their Return of the Ping got arguably better with him in at defense with Frosty. And then, in recent seasons, he's always put up really good numbers, especially in minors. Just looking at it really quickly here, it looks like, let's see, when he hasn't like split minutes between majors and minors, in minors he's gotten like 9.6, 9.7, 8.7 degasps, so it's not like he hasn't had success in minors, so I'm definitely surprised that he went this far down.
Yeah, I think he'll just be just as solid this season. Can't really see him doing any worse or anything, so I don't know. Hawaii pick.
I'm excited about the Hawaii pick.
Yeah,
I love Hawaii.
Yeah, he did well. He made it to the Boop Ball. Unfortunately, did not win it, but he still performed really well, and I could see him doing pretty well in minors, especially next to all these experienced players. He could learn a lot and improve just as much.
Yeah, I could definitely see him getting more minutes next season if he wants to stick with minors, because he's already really good, and just I've scrimmed with him and against him a bit already, and he's like gotten better every single time I play with him. So I'm really excited for that one.
Yeah.
Next we got Aristocaps, another MLTP franchise moving to MLTP. FXU's captaining this one.
Sorry to cut you off there. I absolutely love their jerseys because
they're pretty good.
They remind me of the Capitalists Season 7, and I love those jerseys too. It was kind of the same kind of design with the monocle. Yeah. Just looks really good.
Yeah, I think the overall logo looks good as well. So
yeah,
But no, I think this team is I like this team. I know, again, a lot of people were kind of rating them pretty low because, I mean, they didn't have a standout offender or something. But I think D-Wiz and the new guy, I think they're both very solid. D-Wiz obviously been here for a long time. I don't know, season, 3, 4? But I think he's done well almost every season. I think new guy did well last season next to Halsey. But I don't know. I think they'll do well, especially with their defense they have.
Right.
Dalek and Slide are two of the best defenders that could play probably Origin. Dalek went for 30, and that also kind of surprised me. I figured he would go for higher.
Yeah, you had a lot of the Central captains after the draft saying, "Oh, well, I would have bid more if I knew he was going to go for so low."
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a big surprise, and I think it will benefit Aristocaps a lot.
For sure. This should be, in my opinion, one of the better defenses in the West.
Yeah, I agree. Slide,
and especially in the Origin division.
Oh yeah. Slide has performed well since season 9, Base Gods or something. He's done.
Yeah, it was his breakout season.
Yeah, he's done well ever since. And 42. I mean, I still think that's pretty cheap for him. I mean, I can understand why he went for that, but I mean, he went for under 20 or something last season.
Yeah, he went for 17 or 13,
some ridiculous
like that.
amount. Stupid.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't see him doing anything but well again, especially next to Dalek, who will, I think, complement him pretty well.
Yeah, he originally broke the original Grief Seeds return record. So he's got a lot of skill in his returning ability.
Always puts up great numbers.
Yeah, and even last season, he ended up with a 9.26 DGASP with only 196 minutes.
Yeah.
So he missed a couple games, and he still was a top defender. So definitely the skill is there. He's one of those players that when he's on, you should be watching him play because he's awesome. When he's off, it can be a little bit rough, and that's where the kind of tilting kind of comes into play. Right. But he's overall a really, really good player, arguably a great player. And with Dalek there to help contain, he's one of the few contained defenders in MLTP, I think. This should be even better. And based off scrims, their defense is really, really solid.
Yeah. I can't see anything but that defense being one of the best, really. So I'm excited to see how that goes out. And then they got Fuzzy as backup. Who I could have seen going majors this season anyway. So I think he'll be a solid backup. Again, coming off that Mooper Ball win with Snipe Hunt.
Yeah, so, I know he's probably a little bit disappointed he didn't go to majors. I personally thought he was going to make the jump this season, but no captain really took the chance on him.
Yeah, I talked to him before the draft and all that. He said he was pretty much going to majors, but unfortunately, I guess it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think a captain backed out of drafting him or something.
Yeah. So I feel bad for him, but I mean, I'm for sure he'll have another good season in minors.
For sure.
And if he sticks around for next season, I could see him definitely going to majors then. So,
I mean, the fact that he gets to be paired with his offensive teammate from last season in Remo Slice should make their minors a top tier minors team right off the bat.
And even with that, I'm surprised Remo's still in minors.
That was another player that you expected to go majors for sure.
Yeah, coming off his second Mooper Ball win.
2 Mooper Balls and his 3rd Mooper Ball appearance. So
yeah,
he's a winner.
Yeah. I can see him doing well once again. So, Frothy, a lot of hype in him in the draft.
I like him a lot.
He's probably the most hyped person.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen him play, but apparently he's really good.
The next
I think for a minors level player, he is really good. And I think he'll prove it this season alongside Fuzzy. But I think that'll be a lockdown defense.
Yeah, I could definitely see it.
And then he'll kind of grow into his own. And I could see him being majors, if not next season, then the season after.
Right. Yeah. Then you got FXU, captain of the team, but he was solid in season 10 or something, I think. Played on Boostin, I believe.
Hmm.
Or no,
Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah,
Was it?
I think it was
No,
boosted.
He was on
Yeah,
Boostin when he did well, yeah.
Yeah, he won a Mooper Ball in season 9 with the Origin Ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so another Mooper Ball winner. So, I mean, I think Remo and FXU will do well. They're both solid minors players, so Remo being fringe majors, so can't see that doing anything but well. And then you got my boy Kaibo. I don't know how to pronounce his name, to be honest, but I love him. He was amazing last season in LTP. Like, I thought he was like pretty much the top 3 player last season, in my opinion. Like, he was, 47 caps, 9.51 D gas or O gas, 9.44 T gas.
Mm-hmm.
I think he had the best OD in the league. Like, he saved so many points, caps, anything with his OD.
Yeah.
Like, it was insane. Like, he's amazing. I think he'll do really well.
The next okay then? Question mark?
Surely. But so, super excited with that. And you got I'm a Goat. I like him. I think he's been. Where was he? Was he in minors? Yeah, he was in minors last season. He was on Boats and Hold, but then got traded or something.
Maybe. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think he got traded. Yeah, he got traded over to the Liberty Caps.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds right.
Yeah. So, but he did solid in his time playing, I think. But it was kind of messed up with what he was playing. So, I think if he's on a more steady team, I think he'll do well. But he'll probably be in that rotation role. So, yeah. And then you got the G-Man pick.
I love G-Man. G-Man is my boy. He's constantly trolling me, but it's all love, fam.
Or so you think.
Oh no, it's definitely all love.
Another 2-time Mooper Ball winner right here. I mean, I think.
Does he have 2?
Yeah, I think he does. At least I have him in my doc, which is 100% accurate. Surely. I don't know. I have him down as 2.
Is he currently banned?
I don't know. Probably.
Okay.
I don't know, though. Don't take my word on that.
I'm not sure what the deal is with him, but if he and Remo could play together eventually, that would be quite the pair. That would be
Oh, he doesn't have 2. I lied.
Disgusting.
Oh.
I think he had the 10 OGASP in like season. I don't think it was last season.
I think
know
it wasn't last 10. Season. I think it was season 10.
Yeah. That's what it was. In minors, so like, I mean, he's proven on this stage over and over, and he's really good when he's trying. So
yeah, he's like only been minors for like, well, he's been done really well in his minor season. So I mean, if he shows up, I can't see him doing anything but well again, especially next to Remo or FXU or Kibo. So I think this minors team is my favorite to win. At least the Western Conference, but I mean, I could see them taking it all the way, really.
Sure.
I think they have, a bunch of past winners. They got
the experience and the skill.
Yeah, definitely. So, I think this is my pick, but yeah. So that's all I got.
So in the Centra division, Holdin Gate Warriors, captained by Ego, who picked Ball God as his preliminary pick. Fender, what do you think about this one?
I mean, Ball God is a great pick. I think the best Centra offender for sure. Unless I'm forgetting someone, but I don't think. But anyway, I'm surprised they didn't go after Iblis. I guess they thought he was going to go for way too much or something.
I was
but
shocked.
Yeah, I was shocked too. I thought they would for sure go for him, but nope. They
All God loves Iblis too.
Yeah, I figured. I don't know. I think that was surprising, but ended up getting Neon for 45, and I think that's a decent pick because he did really well when before he quit or something last season. I don't know what happened to him. But he was solid. So I think if he sticks around the whole season, he'll be solid once again. I've talked to Yak in a pub like 2 days ago. He said he was probably playing O. And
Yeah, I think Notpre's playing defense.
Yeah. So I know Bogard was wanting to play with Nopre for a while for the past few seasons, but could never get him. So, but I don't know. I don't know how good he is on defense. So it'll be kind of interesting to see that. But I know Yak is a talented offender and should do well, especially next to Bogard. But
Yak's an animal.
Yeah, so I mean, I think that'll be one of the best, probably the best Centra offensive pairing, and probably the second best Western pairing behind you and Milky. So, but I think if Notpre can step up on D, I think that'll be a good defensive pairing as well with Neon and Notpre. So
I love Neon. I think he's a beast.
Yeah.
This team's definitely one of the top contenders in my opinion. If not Prey, like it's one of the we're seeing a theme here. It's like coming down to that fourth spot.
Yeah,
and I think Not Prey's definitely got some stuff to prove on defense, but he's another veteran. He's can play both ways, so it'll be interesting to see. He's got Neon there, so I don't see any future problems, but they'll definitely need to get off on the right foot, I think, to start the season off well.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's up to them how far they go. But yeah, Ball God's awesome. Yak's awesome. Neon's really good. And then Not Praise the wild card there.
Yeah. And then they got Curry's backup, but I know he's on the East Coast right now, right?
He's on the East Coast right now, but later on in the season, like
Yeah.
around playoffs, he can play Centra again.
Yeah, I think he's moving back or something, or whatever.
Yeah.
So like in May or something. But so I think he'll be great backup whenever he's back.
The real wild card on this team is sneakily is Daffodil, aka Hark.
Yeah, definitely.
They drafted him despite Hark being banned for 3 months. And I know some teams were looking at him to, including our team, I think, to draft him like maybe earlier on in the Snake, but then he got re-banned, like his ban got refreshed because he got caught doing something. I don't remember what it was. I don't know, band evading or... Yeah. So it refreshed. So then a lot of captains kind of backed off because it pushed the date back. But there are rumors that he might get unbanned. I don't know how true that is. But if it is true, then best value, here he comes.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I think that'll be a solid. He would probably fill in right in for Nopre next to Neon.
Oh, yeah.
And
I mean, a team with Ball God, Yak offense, and then Hark Neon defense, that would be disgusting.
Yeah, I think that would really...
That would be probably the favorite in the West, in my opinion.
Yeah, I can see that happening. But it is dependent on that Daffodil ban, so... Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see that. You got Ego drafting himself on D. I think that's
two-way waffle.
Two-way waffle. Come on.
Surely. But I don't know. I feel like he should have been playing majors, I guess, since he played majors last season. I'm not sure how eligible he is for minors, not playing NPCM, but
things happen.
Yeah, he's kind of fringe, I guess. So I guess it's kind of one way or the other, but it's all good. I think he'll do well. Randy Marsh. I like Randy Marsh. I was kind of hoping he'd fall so I could draft him, to be honest, but whatever. I didn't expect him to go that early, but I'm excited to see him play. I think he'll do well. BIG, he's been in minors for a while, right? I think so.
A few
I don't know.
I think so.
I guess he was in that. Yeah, so I think he'll do well again. Sundown, that's an interesting pick. Kind of surprised to see how he'll do.
Yeah,
on O.
he's a long-time majors player. Kind of one of those well-known Centra defenders.
Yeah, now he's playing O. So
Yeah, and he's captained a million times.
Yeah.
Or at least it seems like it, and then took a break. Didn't play season 11, and now he's back. So
yeah,
he's never been like the best player on a team, I don't think.
Yeah,
Maybe like season 7 or something, but other than that, I mean, he's just a really solid overall player for Centra.
yeah, it'd be interesting to see. And you got Lays, who I don't think played them. I think he only got like 40 minutes last season or something.
Yep.
Yeah, so I don't really know how good he is, but he keeps getting drafted to minors, so I don't know. We'll see how he does if he ends up playing more this season.
I feel like Lays missed this season where he should have played A-team and MLTP. He got drafted to
Yeah.
minors instead, and then didn't really
Yeah.
get any minutes there.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think he would have really benefited from playing A-team, getting the experience from that.
Yeah.
But what
Maybe
do
he
I
just-
know?
Maybe he just doesn't care. Who knows? Maybe
Yeah.
he just wants to be on the team.
Yeah, that could be it
See.
too.
Yeah. Oh well. Moving on to tiers.
Tears, my team.
Yeah.
So Spuric is the captain of the major squad, also the preliminary pick, and CC's holding down the minors end of the team. Yeah, the offense for this team is like pretty questionable. I'll leave it at that. I don't know what I should and should not say, but yeah.
Sport can't do anything to you.
Gotta
worry about CC.
Yeah, true. Yank and Big Bird. If Big Bird shows up, then they're gonna be huge.
Yeah, Yank's one of my favorite defenders to watch too. He's a beast.
He was amazing last season. I think.
Yeah, he helped carry that tiers
yeah,
team.
I didn't even really see much like praise or something around him, especially on the sub or anything.
I mean, he made the All-Star team, which I think is a big deal.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like there was just a
But yeah,
bunch
there
of
weren't
hype
people
around
coming out of the woodwork saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, Yank's such a great player."
Yeah,
but
like,
they
kind of
definitely
focused
should.
other defenders, and I was like, Yank, man, focus on
Yeah.
Yank. But I think his price for 55. I think that kind of showed people were watching, so that's good. And back on tiers again as well with Spork. So,
As Doddsfall would say, Spajork.
Jork. I have no idea, but yeah. So, I think True North is playing majors. Yes. No?
Who knows?
I don't know. I've heard True North is, but
I think it's gonna be one of those like spots where it's that fourth player who has to contribute a lot to make this team really stand out because I think the defense will be really solid. Yank and Big Bird are both really good defenders. Yank obviously the better of the two, but Big Bird has played in the past and has been really good. I think it was TPR season 8 who Big Bird played against him on Transilio or something and like locked TPR down for like a couple minutes, and TPR like went crazy for him. He's like, "Oh, Big Bird's a monster." And since then, it's kind of in history. Like Big Bird's just been really solid. And then Spjork, obviously, he had his coming out party season 10 in that Super Bowl win. But it'll be interesting to see who they start. You have a lot of different options here. You can go Bamboozler, who I believe did pretty well in minors last season.
yeah, he did really well.
Yeah, and then Goober, who also did well alongside Warriors, and then True North, who even filled in for majors last season in the playoffs. I think against Tiers, or sorry, against Seahawks on Tiers.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have a lot of different options that you can go with. I'm not sure who they're gonna go with. I guess you have to figure it out as you go.
Stay tuned to find out.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a similar situation with Liberty Caps. Whoever gets pushed out, their minors team is going to be probably one of the best.
I agree with that.
So I mean, whoever it is, so whoever it may be. And then you got like CC playing D.
He's solid.
Is he?
definitely
Yeah,
solid.
yeah. I guess I haven't seen much of him there, but
I don't know who's gonna play the second defensive spot. BC, do you know?
Pretty sure it's Epiphany.
Epiphany? Okay.
I
Yeah,
could-
I haven't really seen Epiphany play, but I do know that Little Prince is kind of an underdog for that spot, I guess. But
He- I know
I saw
he's
him in a tournament. I played against him in a tournament. He's really solid.
He's a monster.
Yeah.
He could definitely do it.
It was great in MLTP last season. He like rookie and everything, and he just came out the freaking hit the ground running. He was amazing. But I know he's like restricted for playoffs or something. So
Yep.
like
Okay.
right in May or something. Like he's going.
Sure.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
But,
Yep.
So why I think he went so low, but I think he'll be a solid fill-in for in the regular season for EPIF or CC or whoever falls down. But
Sure.
yeah, and then you got the BC Canada pick in.
Yeah, that's
Surely-
that's a thinker.
That's a stream pick.
Yeah.
right
That's just
there.
a streamer pick. It's fine. It's fine. But then you got Shandor, surely
Yeah.
quality backup who's gonna probably wreck the league. I see it. That was sarcasm.
Yeah, but Epiphany
Isn't
though.
he?
He's
an
oceanic.
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say. I thought he was an
Yeah.
Australian player.
Yeah. I mean, he's good in oceanic.
He just
Oh,
picked him for memes. Like,
Yeah, I'm like 100% sure that's a meme pick, but
kind
whatever.
of. I don't know. It's like fine because we don't really need another person, but it would have been nice to give someone who like might have
Yeah.
wanted a spot to like just get in on scrims and practices to give them
Yeah.
that chance. But who
Oh.
am I to judge?
It
Yeah.
happens.
So
Sometimes,
anyway, but I mean,
sometimes the memes just take control of you. What can I say?
but I mean, overall, I think the minors team will do really well. So whoever they decide to play, I think it'll do well. And majors, I think, it is kind of a toss up on that fourth spot. Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think the D will do well at least.
They've got some
So,
questions for sure that
Yeah.
they'll need to figure out during the season, but
Yeah,
we'll see if they can contend.
definitely. On to the final team.
Last but not least.
Merballs.
So Ferret is captaining this one. He picked Bright as his preliminary pick. What do you think about the Bright pick up here?
I like it. I mean, for a Centra team, you're getting someone. I know there's like that meme about him not capping, but the fact that he can hold that long, regardless of whether he caps or not, provides the offense opportunities to cap, which is why Spjork and Tiers last season were really successful as a team. I mean, they almost upset Seahawks at one point.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously, he can hold forever. So,
Yeah.
with Apop playing with him, and then Iblis and Genesis on D, this is a really solid team. I think people are overlooking, quite frankly. I like this team a lot. I can't understand why people are so, not down on Genesis, but
I think she's great.
yeah, she's
And going for one
really
tag
solid,
coin.
and she's a really good communicator too.
She's amazing at communicating.
Yeah, so it makes Iblis's life a lot easier. You can just focus on the mechanics. And I will never understand why he goes for like 55 every season. He's one of those players similar to I'm High before he started captaining. He went for like 55 every single season. Like I think season 6, season 7, and then season 8, and then I think season 9 he went like 54, 55, 55, and then like 56 or something. It was stupid. So I mean, I guess that's what people value Iblis at, but this is a player that is without a doubt like probably the best Centra defender of all time. Back for another season, he's got experience, he's got the skill, and then he's playing alongside Genesis, who should be more than enough to help lock down a really solid defense. And then you've got Apop, who made it to the Foci 4 last season, with Bright, who made it to the playoffs. These are all really experienced players. So
Yeah, I think I had them, I think, 5th or so in my power rankings, but
yeah,
I didn't want to put them there. It's just, I don't know. I
mean,
guess,
the problem with this, I shouldn't say a problem, it's a good problem to have. There are a lot of talented teams that it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to position
I
if
think,
you're high on all of them.
especially I think the Western Conference is kind of very evenly matched
Mhm,
up. I don't
mhm.
think there's like one team that really sticks out.
I think
mean-
the biggest thing with the West is that there isn't a team that you can point to and be like, that's the worst team.
Right. Yeah.
There's not a team that is
exactly.
like that in the West in this season.
Yeah. So I ended up putting like them second to last, and I really didn't really want to because I don't think their team is bad, and I'm surprised it was went for even that low, but I still thought Holdin Gate would get them, but still.
Yeah, I still don't understand. They
Yeah.
have keepers. Like, what?
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, like they could have gone for the same price, but
That's-
for 61 or something. But anyway, whatever. It's happened. But yeah, Genesis for 1 is another freaking weird. I'm surprised, but I mean, I think that D will be solid, really solid. And then yeah, and then you got Beast Mode as backup. I'm not sure his ping to Centra is like.
This was one of the weirdest picks in the draft for me.
Yeah.
I don't really. That was kind of weird to me as well.
Because I don't think he can play center. If he can, it's not very well. I don't know what his
Yeah.
ping is exactly, but
I'll try to
he's
find it.
always been an Eastern player,
Yeah,
as far as I'm aware. So I don't know what the idea was there, but maybe they know something we don't. Maybe he's moving or something.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'll try to find it real quick. We can keep going. We got Kelvin. He did really well last season, I believe.
He's actually somebody that I know all caps were looking at for Miners offense. He got taken, I think, right before we could get him or something, or we wanted to get him lower than he went. But he's definitely solid. He performed really well in tryouts. I liked what I saw.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of hype around him as well, and I think he did well. I think he, what was he on, like Holdin Gate or something, probably?
Yeah, Holdin Gate.
Yeah, so
That's right.
yeah, I'm excited to see how he does. And then who's next? McNerdy. I mean, he was good last season. I was kind of surprised he got picked that early, but I still think he'll be a fairly solid defender.
Yeah, I don't know much about him. I can't say.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's just been like a solid kind of Miners defender. So
Yeah, he was great. When I started NLTP, he was like the star of NLTP, and then he would surely he would go minors, and then he got drafted, and he didn't get drafted to minors again. That was like the season that I started, and then ever since then he's gone minors, I think.
Gotcha.
yeah, so and Beast Mode has 70 ping to Centra according to the draft packet.
Yeah, so that was definitely a head scratcher.
Well, I guess that's playable, but I mean, yeah, I don't know why they would have really gone for him, to be honest. So I think there were other picks they could have gone for. So especially for their first pick of the snake, was that it? Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, Fair who drafted himself. He hasn't played since what?
That's interesting to me because he decided he didn't want to play last season,
Right.
in terms of like taking himself in minors, which I thought was interesting. He helped us scrim quite a bit. I thought he was solid last season, so I'm sure if he's been playing more or whatever, he can probably hold his own in minors.
Yeah. So yeah, he hasn't played since NLTP like season 7, I think. So but yeah, I think he'll do pretty alright. I'm sure he'll hold his own at least. So you got El Sacco, who's like another long term. I think he has
traditional center defender.
I think he has like the most minutes in minors, I think, or something like that, close to it. So I mean, he's been in minors.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, so I think he's just been in minors forever. So, but yeah, he's a solid pick. Yeah, so I mean, all we know is that he's Sebastian's roommate, surely. So
Kappa.
but memes, and then we got the 2P 1S Swede pick.
I am shocked he went this low. I
Me too.
kind of don't understand it. His big claim to fame, I always get a kick out of it. His NLTP team season, well, I don't know what season it was for NLTP, but season 9 for MLTP, he beat my all caps team, which had myself, Halsey, Jem, and Fat. He beat us in the NALTP tournament on Transilio, and he never lets me live it down. Pretty good.
I mean,
he's a great guy, and he's really solid mechanically. I was really surprised to see him go this low.
Yeah, he was on like Holy Rollers last season, so that was kind of confusing as well. But exciting to see him back on his own home ping and much better Penguins. I'm sure he'll do well. And then you got AP. That's me. I love this guy. He's awesome. I think he took last season off, but he was on I believe I think Angry Balls, or I think it was on Texas Hold'em actually. One of those two teams in season 10, I think minors, and
Season 10 was Holden Gate.
he was on Holdin Gate. What the?
That's what it says.
I don't know history. Anyway.
You're supposed to be the expert, man.
Yeah, that's right. He was on Holdin Gate both seasons. I'm just bad. I'm uncredible anymore. Anyway, he's solid. I like him a lot. Good guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy to have around.
I think he'll do really well on this team, and I expect good things from him. Big expectations from me, but he'll probably be in that rotation role as well. So,
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got for the previewing the teams.
I'll get our predictions for week 1 up here in just a second. I actually do have them up. Wow, that works perfectly.
Yeah, we're gonna predict week 1 games for majors. So let's start it off on BC. You can go first.
Go first. Okay, week 1. We got Pilot and Rush.
Yeah, let's just go game by game. So Liberty Caps versus ThunderCaps.
I'm gonna go with a Liberty Caps sweep here.
Really interesting.
Wow, the upset.
The upset, surely.
They're just gonna pop off and surprise everyone.
I can't edit, so someone's gonna have to do it for me.
I gotcha.
Fender's got it.
Yeah. So it's that South Carolina upset getting you high on upsets.
Yeah, you know me.
All right. Well, I think I'm gonna have to go the TC sweep. It's a real thinker, but yeah. I really think that team will hit it off. I think that team is just overall better than Liberty Caps, but I'm always down to be proven wrong. I'm not very good at predictions anyway. Right. You're
I'll go with ThunderCaps sweep, but I will say that I think Liberty Caps will put up a good fight, at least on one of the maps. I don't know if they'll put them up on both, but I think that we'll see some close games overall. And I think they just had a bad pull for their first week. I think they're going to figure out their lineup eventually, probably down the line, and then probably be a much stronger team, kind of like we saw last season.
Yeah, I can see that happening. Big time. Yeah, I can definitely see them kind of figuring out their lineup mid-season or something. Early to mid-season. And then getting on a roll or something.
Yeah.
So, all right. Degrees of Freedom versus Meme Team.
You start us off here, Fender.
No, what the? You're first. All right.
We gotta take turns.
Yeah. So, we got Pilot and Rush. Degrees of Freedom. First thought is Meme Team sweep, but I feel like I would say that every week against them, just because I think that team is just really dominant. It's hard to lose with LeBron, and even okay then on offense. So I think they'll definitely win game 2 on Rush. I think that will just fit their needs more. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the sweep. I don't know. I don't know. I think it'll be close though. I think Halsey and Ball will put up a really good fight, especially on Pilot, I think. But that's all I got.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Meme Team on Pilot, and then Degrees of Freedom on Rush. I think they'll pull out a close win.
Yeah, I could see that happening, but see what happens. So I think it'll be a good fight. BC?
I'm gonna go with Degrees of Freedom on Pilot. Just because it's a little bit of a chaotic map. They can tilt okay then or something. And then you gotta give Meme Team the Rush, at least.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be a good team. Yeah, good match at least. I'm excited to see how Meme Team will do. So, yeah.
All right, BALLDON'TLIE, Boostin Dynamo, Orlando Roller Bears.
This is an interesting game.
I think this is probably the closest matchup.
This is probably the game of the week for
Yeah.
Eastern Conference.
Yeah, definitely. So.
Let me think here.
I don't know. I think
Give me Boostin Dynamo on Pilot and Orlando on Rush.
I see it. Oops. All right. I can see that happening. I mean, I can see this game going either way, honestly. We'll see. PC?
What did he do? Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. I think,
The bandwagon?
yeah, no, that's what I was thinking before. Put me down. Put me down the same thing.
Classic.
I'll take one of those if I don't mind.
Yeah, no, I really do like this matchup, and I think this will be really, really good, especially on these maps. I like these maps. I'm gonna go a tie on Pilot, and then I think ORB, Orlando. It's a weird color. Why is that color? Anyway.
Fix the font.
I fixed the color, whatever. The font's fine. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go with a tie, because...
Wait, they don't do overtime?
No, this is MLTP, son.
Wait, what? That's so dumb.
No, they're not. Ties should be implemented in MLTP.
Nah.
Surely.
Ties are lame.
That's like
yeah,
Resident
also...
Sleeper, dude. Are you kidding me?
Anyway, we're gonna move on before I get in a heated argument about ties. So, alright. Moving on to the Western Conference.
Oh, my boy BALLDON'TLIE is gonna sweep. Come on.
Surely. You have to, why he's the guest streamer. Or guest commentator. Surely. Can't just embarrass him like that.
Hear that? You're gonna sweep.
You have to sweep now. You have to. No, I think this is, to me, game of the week in the West. I'm really looking forward to this one. Big time. I think I'm excited to see how Aristocaps do. Aristocaps do against, especially their defense against your offense. I think it'll be a good one. I'm gonna go Aristocaps on Pop. Why can't I keep saying craps, man? I'm so sorry. All craps on Rush. That's what I'm going with.
Man, surely my Google Docs isn't crashed right now.
Surely not. It is true. Anyway, and BALLDON'TLIE is elected not to predict his own team. Doesn't want to be upset.
Just doing the right thing.
Just doing the right thing, surely. Alright. Both and Hold versus Holdin Gate. I guess it's my turn to do first. Both and Hold versus Holdin Gate. I'm gonna go the Holdin Gate sweep. Just because I'm not really sure how the Both and Hold will really do. I guess they will have Crippy on Sphere Ping, which isn't as bad, but
yeah.
But then they have Stan on Sphere Ping as well. So
yeah.
So I mean, it's kind of a give or take, right? So I don't know. I'm gonna go the Holdin Gate though. I think they look really strong.
I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Holdin Gate on Pilot and then Boats and Holds on Rush.
Solid.
And I'm gonna do Boats and Holds on Pilot and Holdin Gate on Rush.
Surely. No.
Okay.
Okay. Just gotta get the diversity up. All right. Last matchup, you got Tears versus Merballs. I like this matchup.
Should be a good game. It should be some good close games, I think.
Yeah. I think really like every team in the West. I think it will be. I can't really see any team blowing out the other. I think it'll be hard to predict that, but anyway.
I think I'm gonna take. Let me see. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Merballs in a sweep. but kind of similar to ThunderCaps, it's going to be extremely close.
That sigh. BC.
Tears are gonna sweep. It's gonna be a blowout, dude. Are you kidding me? Tears are so good.
Oh, I forgot you're on their team.
They have so many elite players. Like, everyone on their roster could play majors, honestly, and win every Super Bowl.
Win every Super Bowl.
They could just travel back in time and just take it all, honestly. But, I mean, that's my opinion.
Let's suck up the sport. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna try to use my unbiased opinion here and go with some, but I think I'm gonna go Merb on Pilot and Tears on Rush. That's a guess. Not a guess. So, alright, that's what I'm going with.
There we have it.
And there we have our
Damn.
week 1 predictions.
That looks so clean. I love that. Alright, it's like being like an hour and 45 minutes.
Graham.
We'll just like call this one like the exclusive episode.
Yeah,
It'll
Yeah.
be easier when you don't have to go through every single player on the roster like in the future weeks. So
Exactly.
yeah. So
it should be able to be under an hour once you guys.
one time thing, surely.
Yeah.
Surely. Well, Ball Don't Lie. Gotta say thank you very much.
For sure, man.
Did an excellent job today. Appreciate it a lot.
Carrying the conversation.
Yeah, I don't know shit about MLTP players.
Are we
no
still
worries.
streaming? I'm still confused.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awkward then.
Why?
Did you say we are still streaming?
Yes.
Yeah, this is awkward then.
Oh.
That's fine.
Anyways,
But
yeah.
yeah, alright.
Thank you.
Sure, man. Anytime.
Yeah. Good job,
And
Fender.
Yeah, thanks all for tuning in to PupCast.
For real.
Hopefully, this should be a weekly thing, and hopefully we'll get better at this, and hopefully we can provide some interesting content and discussions and everything MLTP or NALTP related. Yep.
Yeah, so, yeah, thanks. Yeah, catch you on the flip side, friendos.